Welcome, my dear students and listeners. Today, in this video, we will discuss the Restoration period. The Restoration period in English literature, which expands from 1660 to 1700. The Restoration period in English literature is known by two names. One, the Restoration period. Why it is called the Restoration period? This period is called Restoration period because monarchy was restored when Charles II came back from France while he was in exile there. And number two, the age of Dryden. The Restoration period is also known as the Age of Dryden because John Dryden was the representative and most dominant literary figure of this age. So, in English literature, the period from 1660 to 1700 is called the Restoration period or the Restoration era. This age is called Restoration because monarchy was restored in England and Charles II, the son of Charles I, who had been defeated and beheaded, and came back to England from his exile in France and became the king, and monarchy was restored. Therefore, this is called the Restoration period. So, when Charles II came back from exile, a new era both in life and literature started. The Restoration period threw away all the ideals of the Puritan age. Charles II and his followers, who had enjoyed a gay life in France, introduced all those in England. They introduced all that popery and looseness in England too. And instead of having Shakespeare and the Elizabethans as their models, the poets and dramatists of the Restoration period began to imitate French writers. The result was that the old Elizabethan spirit, the patriotism, and the Puritan spirit with its moral discipline and love of liberty, all these things became the things of past. Now let me tell you about the Restoration poetry. The Restoration poetry was mostly satirical, realistic, and written in heroic couplets, of which Dryden was the supreme master. He was the dominating figure of the Restoration period, and he made his mark in the fields of poetry, drama, and prose. Dryden wrote political satires, doctrinal poems, and the fables. And now we come towards the Restoration drama. In 1642, the Parliament, which was dominated by the Puritans, closed theatres. Therefore, no good plays were written from 1642 to 1660. Then in 1660, the theatres were reopened. The drama in the Restoration period showed entirely new trends due to the long break. And unlike the Elizabethan drama, which had a mass appeal, and common people took interest in Elizabethan drama, but in Restoration period, the drama had no taste for common people, and the Restoration drama now was the drama of the aristocratic and upper class people. The most popular form of drama was the comedy of manners, which portrayed the complex and sophisticated life of upper class society. The great dramatist of the Restoration period was William Congreve. So, what about the Restoration prose? The Restoration period was deficient in poetry and drama. The main genre during this period was prose. And it was during the Restoration period that English prose was developed as a medium for expressing clearly the thoughts and feelings. With the change in the temper of the people, a new type of prose was essential. As in the field of poetry and drama, Dryden was the chief leader, so he was also a great practitioner of uh, of the English prose. Dryden presented a model of a different form, the new prose, which was completely different from the prose of Bacon, the Elizabethan age. Means the prose which was completely different from the prose of Bacon, who was a great prose writer of the Elizabethan age. The prose of Restoration period was plain, simple, and precise in style. And next to Dryden, John Bunyan was the greatest prose writer of the Restoration period. His masterpiece is The Pilgrim's Progress. This is a book written by John Bunyan, and he was the great prose writer next to Dryden. The prose of Bunyan shows clearly the influence of the English translation of the Bible. He had a deep insight into the characters and humor. So this was the overview of the Restoration period, and next video will be on the 18th century literature. So if you are new in this channel and you have not subscribed my channel yet, so please subscribe my channel for more such videos on literature and as well as linguistics. Thank you very much and see you in next video.